can't tell you guys my real one.
What's going on?
You guys will be trying to black lightning me.
Wait, it's a 913, and that can only be one thing. We got Deja Cain on the line. You there, Deja?
I'm here.
I'm sorry. I got real excited, man. I got real excited. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Definitely, man.
Oh.
Definitely, man. Hey, man, welcome to the show. I really do appreciate you stopping by and everything.
Oh, yeah, thank you for having me.
Definitely, man. So now I've been getting into and reading about you and everything, and we've been checking you out and stuff. Yes. And you've really been on your grind, man. I really enjoyed the videos your video production that you put out.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. So let's go into a time machine real quick. Where did it all start and where did it all begin?
Gosh, my whole feel of music. I've pretty much done it as a kid since I was like a little girl. I sang all the time, but I really didn't get super serious about it probably until I want to say like my junior sophomore year. And then once I graduated, I kind of have time to like really sit down and like figure out what you were supposed to do to be able to get music out there and things like that. 'Cause before I was just like recording songs on the studio stuff we bought, and I was so involved in theater and things like that and like the worship team. So I really had time to like research studios and go do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I want to say it's always kind of been a part of my life. And then once I got older and actually took time to realize, okay, what do I need to do to actually be a professional singer? That's kind of how it all started and what it all led me to.
Definitely. So who are some of your music inspirations?
Of course, I say this every time, I love Ariana Grande. That is like my girl. Oh my gosh, I think she is so talented. Alicia Keys, Demi Lovato, Kiana Lede, and gosh, there's so much. I love Russ.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think of more males because there are more males that I listen to, but it's just so easy for me to list the females off the top of my head.
I feel that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
But okay. Yes.
All right. Well, I think when I listen to the song, especially all that, from a creative standpoint, the video is really on point, and I really want to know how did you go about with that treatment for that video?
Well, originally we were supposed to go to Tokyo to shoot that video. I wanted to bring kind of like different cultures into it and stuff, and just I had a whole dance team and everything out there that was going to do it, just because I really wanted to come like super hard for this video. But with COVID happening, we had to cancel that plan. So I still wanted to have that like dance form in there because it was such of like, I get the songs your haters and stuff, and I wanted you to be able to feel it and see it in the movement and everything.
Yeah.
So we kind of pieced that together, and then I wanted the like guys around me because it's like, it's just a nice little look. Like here's this queen right here, but still kind of more grungy looking, not like your typical princessy type feel. And that's kind of where we took the direction of the video. I still wanted it to match how it sound, but not be super like stereotypical of how you think the video would go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that really answered what you was looking for, but that's kind of how we had to change a lot because it obviously wasn't our original plan to relay that song, but it still ended up working out really good in the end.
It's a fun video, man. I like it.
Yes, it's still very colorful. It still gives that princess but grunge. And so that brings me to my next question. So hearing your singing and rapping voice and then hearing how you talk, what, inspired your sound?
Yeah, that is funny because I do. I have actually been doing some more rapping lately. Like this, I just posted on my social media. I have a song coming out again on my birthday. It's almost kind of like a tradition now. Like every new year, I drop a song to all my haters because without them, I wouldn't be able to talk crap. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any haters, you can't talk no crap. So I didn't want to sound. I didn't want to sound like your typical like Megan and stuff, but they're like, oh yeah, you're like super hard and everything. And then I also didn't want to sound super like I don't. It's not on anymore. But I had a song that my very very first song I put out. It was called Savage, and the chorus was like, I can really turn into a savage. So my voice was still kind of high pitched. So I kind of try to keep it into like a mellow like talk because I'm obviously not a super super fast rapper, but I wanted to sound different. I don't want to sound like your typical female rappers that are out there right now, which I have no hate on. Like, I love them, but I don't want them to be like, oh, that sounds like another, like, Sweetie, or that sounds like another Cardi, or, you know, I want it to be able to be, you can tell the difference, but also still have that tone where people can hear my singing voice. But yeah, I do get that my rap voice is very different from what I sound like and how I sing. Because even when people just hear me sing, they're like, "Oh my God, that's you!" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
But see that's that. You know, let that talent come in, man. Let people. Yeah. That's what I learned is let people think what they're gonna think because I'm gonna sew you up regardless. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So you know, I commend you on just going out there and striving and just being you. You get what I'm saying? And that's the only thing you can be, man.
Right.
Yes, it works. Yeah. It gives me a nostalgic feel, like a back in the day, kind of like, I don't know if you know who the Millionaires are, with some Indigo Vanity. Like it brings all of kind of the errors that we went through, like together, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know your age, but I'm a 95 baby. So if you look up like some Millionaires, you bring it all together very, very well. And you definitely have a distinct sound that none of the girls are giving.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my biggest goal is I'm trying. I mean, some people are so big on like, oh, don't do too many different genres at once. You need to stick to one genre. But I like I like doing different music because I do listen to so many different genres. Like when I'm in the car, it's not like I just listen to straight pop music or rap music. I listen to so much. So I like being able to do those songs myself and how I feel, but I also like it because it reaches different people for different styles. Like, I don't want to reach just one group of people. I want to be able to make stuff that is great for, like, all groups of people. So that's really my biggest goal and why I try to do it like that because, there's more than one style out there.
Yeah, man. And that makes a person more cultured, too. Because you know what I'm saying? When you're like, a lot of people don't think, oh, I listen to rock or I listen to, oldies or,
Screamo.
Whatever may have you. But a lot of times that we don't realize how much that influence us to make these great songs, to make these great sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man. So,
for sure.
Who would you like to work with going into the future?
Well, of course, Ariana Grande. I want to work with her. That is like my biggest goal. Y'all don't understand. I just watched her documentary last night, and it sounds bad to say, but part of me, like, you don't want to watch it because you're like, man, like, I wish I was doing that. What the heck? It's just like, what am I gonna get there? But then it also is inspiring because, like, I watch how she takes her breaths, how she's moving on stage, because I did that show at that launch party, and I only had 2 weeks to learn the choreography and stuff because it was short notice. And we still did a really good job, but like, I was out of breath, I'm out of shape, so I was just like to sit here and like do that all the time, and her just you can't even tell if she's out of breath. You can't tell, all these movements. So that was really inspiring for me because I'm like, I want to get to that level. So she is a big person I want to make a song with. And who else is there? I love belters, so
okay. So
I mean,
what about
Beyonce, Mariah Carey? But I don't know. That might be.
But no.
They might be like, I'm done by then.
Speak it into existence.
No, aim for the stars, man. I could see you doing something with Adele.
She said, "I love belters."
Yeah.
I could see that, Adele. I could see that.
Yeah, I love it. Adele is, and Alicia Keys. I think Alicia Keys was the first one. When her song "No One" came out, if my timeline is correctly in my head, I think I was in like the 3rd grade, and we had a talent show, and I sang that song, and everyone was singing it like, "You can't sing that song, that's Danger's song." And I looked up Alicia Keys. My parents got me I'm trying to think of which album it was of her. Oh, it's gonna kill me. But they gave me a CD, and I had like a little white radio, and I put her song in there, and I put it on replay all day long and sing her songs.
Hey.
So she was a big one too. I'd like to do a song with her as well.
Okay. Producer wise, who would you like to work with?
Oh, I always say Russ. I love Russ. I think he makes so many different styles, and he's like a completely independent artist. Or DJ Khaled.
Okay.
That would be nice too. Yeah.
That pop look too. I mean, not pop, but that he has that. Mm-hmm. He has that it factor feel.
He does.
Yeah.
It's the hype man she needs, and I can definitely see you with Russ. It's the smoothness, but also you'll bring the pop. That's dope.
Yes, I love me some Russ. He is so good.
I could also see you, one more thing, DJ Lil Jon. I can see that. It could be a fun record, man.
Like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Lil Jon?
Yeah, like, what? Huh?
Okay.
I can see
that would be a lit record.
Hey, I can see that.
Bring the energy.
Or Waka. I can see her doing something with Waka Flocka. I know it's kind of crazy, but I see the
mashup. Would be
I'm a big sound guy, so I can see things melodically and sound wise how we would go.
Well, another one which is like super different genre, but I love Illenium. He's like a DJ, like EDM music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that dude. The way he does songs and puts artists in there, even if it's not for the full song. I love Illenium. That's what they came out to Kansas City, and I didn't have anyone to go with me, so instead of just going by myself, I was too scared. So I missed it. Everyone was posting on their Snapchats, and I was so bad.
Oh man,
they're a good one I like too.
Now, are you in Kansas right now? Originally, that's where you're from and everything?
Yeah, I'm from Olathe, Kansas, and I've lived here all my life of living.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
So that's why I'm branching out. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, Kansas is cool. Like, although it's not as like fast paced and there's not a lot out here really. Like, I think a lot of people think Kansas and think of like super country. I mean, it is very flat out here, but the side I live on is more like, so like to get to Missouri, it takes me 25 minutes. So I'm still close to, I don't know, like if I was to drive say like an hour away or so, that's when you kind of get to like the middle of nowhere and cows and just straight up flatness and trees. So when I say Kansas, I know people are like, girl, in Kansas, but luckily I kind of live on like the suburb urban side and not so much the straight up just dirt roads. But my mom's family is from Wichita, so we would go down there a lot, and that's just like straight up country. So
I used to go out there. I used to go out there to Wyandotte. I used to go out there to Wyandotte a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm close to Wyandotte.
I used to go.
Yeah, Wyandotte.
What was that? The Legends? I think that's what they had. That's what it was called. The Legends. It was like some.
Oh, the Legends, the mall.
Yeah.
Like an outdoor shopping mall. And there's like Hollywood Casino and the car racing thing. Yeah, that's a cool mall. There's not a lot of malls out here either. Like there's only that, and then there's Oak Park Mall, which we didn't compare. Like I went to the Galleria out in Texas, and I'm like, no wonder everyone out here be dripped out. Like Kansas is the last place to reach any trends because we don't have anything here. Like there's not really no Gucci stores. I have not seen one in Kansas. I have to drive obviously to the Plaza, which is in Missouri and stuff out there, and they have like one. But I get all my stuff for when I go to California or Texas because there's just like nothing out here to shop or anything. It's all the same stuff. But it kind of goes with music too. Like we hear everything after it's already blown up, unless you have social media, but still. And it's a lot of rappers out here, which isn't bad, but for the majority genre of music that I do, doesn't really fit the crowd out here, or it's like, until I blow up somewhere else with that type of stuff, then people here will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I dig that. Because
I suffer from that too. Because a lot of times I get in Chicago, because being from Chicago, they will only look at you as, oh, okay, that's cool. And it's not until whenever I went to Houston that they co-signed me, and they were like, oh, yeah, man, I get love out there in Houston. And then when people see that, they're like, Chicagoans, they're like, oh, I get it now. I see where you're going. Yeah. Dude, I've been doing this the whole time.
Exactly. And it's so sad to say it. It's okay, because I do have people out here that are some good supporters, and like, I'll even be at like, my regular job or just out somewhere, they'll be like, hey, you're Deja, like, you do the music, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm kind of like, okay, like, y'all hear me, but there is definitely times where I've gained more followers, because when I like did the show in Texas, and then I went to California out to the NAMM convention, and then all these cool, amazing artists and stuff, and I was just posting out there and everything. Then everybody wanted to be, on my post saying, oh, Deja, and I'm like, yeah, you guys, like, come on, catch up, get on there.
Hey, man.
But it does kind of take them seeing you being somewhere else to be like, oh, let me check this out some more then, because there's so many people out here who are artists and want to do the same thing, and it isn't until you really see like them going around doing stuff, it kind of prompts you to check them out a little further, if that makes sense. But
that consistency,
man,
it's provocative.
Definitely. Now, before we let you go, man, with just a couple more questions, as you move and progress, and I think that you're gonna, I know sometimes you're asking, okay, when will the break be, but I think you're right there. And I say that is because you have already done a lot of things that a lot of the artists haven't done. You got a good head on your shoulders. You're putting out great body of work, not just singles, but body of work. And I really do appreciate that, man. And one thing I wanted to ask: do you ever feel pressured? This is a deep question. Do you ever feel pressured to bring Kansas up to the forefront of musically?
Yeah, there are times, just because there's so many people that will be like, oh, I can feel it now, like, Deja's doing this and Deja's doing that. So I feel like sometimes when I slow down, like, especially recently, I wasn't really posting a lot, and I just was trying to find the right time to drop About You and stuff, and then it took forever for it to get processed, for it to be in the stores. So it's kind of like everyone's waiting on me to do something. What can I do next? They want me to do this. How can I make this look cool? So sometimes it does get a little bit because I know everyone, I'm one of the few female singers out here. So people are like, what are you going to do next? Where are you going to go? Like, when are you going back to California? When are you doing this? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying. Like,
I hear that, man.
So it can get that way sometimes, but I think everyone understands too, just with everything going on right now, everyone else is slowed down. So it's not just me, it's kind of just the world right now. There's only so much we can do until things kind of go back to normal. So in a way, sometimes I do, and then I just have to remind myself, you know what, I got to go at my own pace. I can't rush myself, because people want me to rush, because I still do want to put out good quality things and take my time on my music, and I don't want to rush my craft because other people are waiting on me to do something. They can wait a little longer.
Hey, I ain't mad at that though, man. Say anything you want to ask before we get up out of here?
No.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by, man. Now, you got an album or EP coming out right now?
No, so I just dropped a single, and then I'm dropping another one on my birthday, which will be January 5th. It'll actually with a music video, but I am working on another project, but for right now, I'm about to just be hitting people with a whole bunch of singles until I figure out which songs I really want crafted together in my project. So, yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot of singles coming out.
I'm be interested, man. Give it the Facebook and the Twitter wherever they can find you at.
Yeah, so my Facebook and Instagram is just Deja Cain Official. And then, let's see, my Snapchat is just Deja.Cain1. It's very easy. I made it a long time ago. I can't change it. And then my Twitter will also be Cain_Deja. But I do use Instagram and Snapchat a lot. So if you want to stay updated faster, I would find me on those platforms. But you can find me anywhere.
Definitely, man. I do appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me.
And before you go, can we have you give a drop to Chi-Town Urban Radio?
A drop?
Yeah.
Like
a shout out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like a shout out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chi-Town Urban Radio?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, you want me to say it on here, or you want me to post it?
No, go.
I mean, we never got that option before.
Whichever is easiest for you.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to post it, but you know what? Shout out to Chi-Town Urban Radio for having me. Make sure y'all tune in to listen to the other wonderful artists and people that you have on this radio station. And you talking to Deja Cain live.
All righty. Can we have you give an intro to your single, All That?
Oh, yes. This is my single, All That, Deja Cain featuring Cadence, and I hope you like it.
Make sure you guys stay in tune, man. Chi-Town Urban Radio with the one and only DJ Malone.
And Shayla Marie.
Deja Cain, I really do appreciate you, man, for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks again.
It's called All That right here on Chi-Town Urban Radio. Let's go!
Whoop, whoop.
Ain't another bitch alive that's realer. Feeling in my zone, let it heat up. Really thought that you could ride, girl, get up. Girl, you thought that you could hang with me, sang with me, laughing at the top, cause you think you wanna lane with me. Ha, that's right, you could never. Let us ever stepped on the scene. I can see that you don't like who I am. I can tell by the way you move, I got your heart in my hand. What's a princess to a savage, girl, you don't understand. I'm on top and I slam my crown, cause bitch, I don't give a damn. Sis mad cause I'm on another level, and I ain't coming down from the top, don't get up. Bitch, let up, stack a coin better.